In this lecture, we are going to know about drawing different types of arcs in Creo. So if you go to the arc, you will see 3-point arc, center and ends, 3 tangent, concentric and conic. So arc is basically a small section of a circle. A circle is a completely closed loop entity, but in case of arc, it is only a small part. For example, I will go to 3-point arc. So as the name suggests, we need to define 3 points of the arc. So let's say I will click here and this is my first point and then drag the mouse. And here let's say this is the second point. I will click here and when I drag the mouse, the third point of the arc will be center of the arc. And the center of arc is specified with this plus symbol highlighting. You can see when I drag the arc, the center of arc is also moving. So I will click here, press escape. For this arc, the major dimension is the radius of the arc. For example, here this is the radius. I will go to this, double click. Let's say I want this radius to be 8. Press enter. Now you can see we have changed the radius. So in this way we can define a basic arc. Similarly, we have second type of arc, that is center and ends. So in this type of arc, first point will be center of the arc. Now let's understand this. Click here and I will make a click here. So this is the center of the arc. When I drag the mouse, you will see preview of a circle. So it is going to take this circular path. For this circular path, I will select the first point and then rotate the mouse, or you can drag the mouse. So when I drag the mouse, you can see preview of the circle. For this circular part, you can see with these 2 points, the radius of the arc is already defined. So now we cannot change this radius, so we can only go through this circle. So I will select this point here, press escape. Now you can see the arc. For this arc, once again we can change the value of this radius. Now the next type of arc, that is 3 tangent. Okay, before going to this type of arc, what I do, I will draw a rectangle. Go to corner rectangle and I will draw some rectangle like this. Any rectangle. Now for this rectangle, I will go to delete segment and click on this line. And here I want to draw an arc. To draw an arc up to the end point, what I can do is I can go to this arc, select 3 points. This will be first point and this will be second point. If we want to make a proper perfect arc, we need to take the center at the midpoint of the line we have deleted. You can see at this point the software is automatically going to highlight us that this is the point. It is turning green. I will click here, press escape. Now you can see this is tangent with respect to this line. Similarly, the second option is we can use the midpoint of the line. I will go to center and ends. First I will take the mouse onto this line. You can see midpoint is highlighting. Click on this. Then this is first point and this is going to be the second point. Press escape. Now I will draw one more rectangle. Go to rectangle, draw a corner rectangle like this. And for this, I'm going to turn off all the dimensions. We don't need them. Now I will go to arc. You will see 3 tangent arc. So as the name suggests, this type of arc is tangent to 3 references. So I will select 3 tangent, select the first line, select the second line, and this is the third line. So you can see this arc is tangent with respect to all 3 lines. And the next type of arc we have is the concentric arc. This is very similar to the concentric circles. So let's say we have an arc here. Now I will go to the concentric. I will select this arc. So now the center of this arc will always be the center of reference arc we have selected. So now we just need to select 2 points. This is first point and let's say this is second point. So we are continue in the command, so we can create multiple arcs. So this is the first point, this is the second point. So these are all the concentric types of arcs. And next type of arc we have conical arc. So in case of conical arc, it is basically we can say 3-dimensional arc. So for this arc I will select first point, second point, and here you can see orientation of arc. So this is one more extra dimension inside this. So you can select the orientation, press escape. So this type of arc is defined by parameter that is called row. I will go to dimension. You can see the row. So later on when we use this type of arc, we are going to discuss about conical arc in more depth. So right now just learn about all these different types of arc.